What's up, guys? Welcome to Media Plus. We're back with another episode. This is a quick episode of our youth retreat recap. We have some youth that want to share their testimonies, really powerful testimonies. And let's start off with introducing yourselves.
Hi, I'm Dianelli.
Noé.
And I'm at AC.
Right, so these are part of the youth that went to the youth retreat of Heaven Invade 2022. It was powerful. It was a real eye opener. And I went as an usher, but I still received word. But you guys went specifically for that to receive word. And let's start with Janet. Let's start with the testimony about how you, Vianelli. Let's start with Vianelli. Sorry, guys. Let's start with Vianelli because she didn't want to go, but something pushed her to go, and I know you received. Yeah, someone really special and smart pushed her to go. So, what made you think about it again and say, I'm gonna go? And then we'll talk about something. Because I want to talk about the van conversation too. That was good. That almost made me cry. Yeah. So let's just start. I know almost was crying. I was like, why are you crying? I know there were they were supposed to be the sad ones, and they're over there comforting Monse. All right. So, what made you want to go? Yeah, like you could talk now.
Something that changed my mind was Josue. I'm just kidding. No,
I know
it was
I
Josue,
did.
but
Just kidding.
um, I don't know. I feel like I just needed to get out of the house, get some space to myself, like do me and like receive more word. Um,
But you said that at first you were taking it like as a vacation.
yeah, like I wanted it to be a vacation, just get my mind off things.
Yeah. Or would you get well? You guys don't know because you guys are watching on YouTube, but they've been going through a hard time. So, she was taking it as a vacation to like get her mind out of some stuff, right? But uh, what in that conversation? Because when you left, you didn't agree. Still, you were still saying no. And then out of nowhere, I just see you coming back inside saying you were gonna go. So what did God like make you feel that it was the right decision to go?
I think it was like I thought it would just be good for me, like to reconnect with
That's it. I thought you were gonna say more. No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, unless you got something else to say. All right. No, hey, what made you feel like uh you should go? Because this is not your first time. So, were you expecting to receive the same as last year, or were you going already knowing what you were going for?
No, well, I go pretty much every year since I turned 13. And every year I set like a new expectation. So I'm not like bored
Yeah.
and expect the same thing over and over again. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just went because I do it every year. And every year something new. God talks to me in a new way and he opens my eyes even more.
So you already see. Other than Noé, what motivated you to
I didn't go
go?
because of him.
I know you did it, but I'm trying to make Noé feel good.
Oh yeah, I definitely went because of him. He was like, "Are you gonna go to the retreat? No, you should go."
Because I sent him a message because I know this was your guys' first retreat. I know that was gonna be your guys' first time. So I know you were gonna answer Noé, so I told Noé text them, motivate them because I've been to a youth retreat about 4 or 5 times maybe, and it really touches you. It really changes the way you look at things, and there's a lot of word. There's a lot of other youth that you can relate to. So I told Noé to text you guys and motivate you guys. That's why Noé was like kind of bugging you guys, but it was me.
It was you.
Yeah. So what made you guys to go? Because it was your first time. So were you like, did you want to go to see what it was, or did you have an expectation of what you wanted to receive from that youth retreat?
I went for almost the same reason as Vianelli. Because like at that point I didn't feel connected to God anymore. So like I felt I needed a connection again. I needed to reconnect, and I thought the retreat would help me a lot with that, and it did.
I really saw it in you guys' faces as well, because you guys, in the conversation we were having in the van, you guys would talk with so much peace, while Monse was like bawling her eyes
Bawling her
out.
eyes
Yeah,
out.
but I saw that you guys had like peace of what you guys were saying, and I wanna share with them a little bit of the conversation we had in the van, because what happened was that we left the church and Aresi was like, "Guys, I have a testimony."
I
So
have a quick testimony,
yeah,
guys.
so
I
she
wanna
started
share something with
she
you.
started sharing her testimony, and then she shared her testimony, and then shared, and then Xiomara shared her testimony, and then Monse was crying. It was a good experience, just youth in the van, just talking about what God did in this youth retreat. And I didn't expect it coming from Aresi because she's quiet. I didn't expect her to talk like that, like, hey, I need to say something.
I
So
just felt like I had to get it off my chest. Like,
did it feel
when
good
we were
after
there.
when you just
Yeah,
talked?
when we were there, I was like, I just need to tell you guys this. I was like, I have a quick testimony, guys.
All right, so share with them where you could talk.
Remember, you said you're gonna cut out all the parts that I cut.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll cut
Okay.
them out.
The whole thing.
We'll
So the
cut
whole
'em out,
testimony, you're
wink,
gonna have to cut it out.
All right.
I don't like you. Okay.
Oh, it's
No,
fine.
that-
It's just think about it like this. It's a blessing for other people because someone could relate to you. Someone could relate to you because you had a similar testimony. And it could help someone out. You guys could be a blessing for others.
Okay. Fine. So quick testimony, guys. I originally wasn't gonna go to the youth retreat because my mom started getting sick, and around I'd like to say maybe early June. Was it June? Yeah, like early June, mids of June. And like she started getting really sick, and we thought everything was okay, and we later found out that she had cancer. So we started like praying and everything. Like my whole family would get together, we would pray, we would just be together praying about that, like esperando el milagro, right? So on October 31st, my dad woke me up and he's like, "Hey, the paramedics are here. We're gonna take your mom to the hospital because she's not feeling okay." And I was like, "Okay, like let me go with Gladys. I'll go to the hospital." And she was in the hospital all day, and in la noche at 12 at night, she passed away. And when she passed away, like my connection with God just disappeared. I was angry at God for taking my mom. I would tell God, like, how could you do this to me? Like, she was my best friend. She was like my mom. She was my everything. Like, how could you do this to me? So, like, for a while, I was mad at God and I couldn't come to church. Like, cuánto duré? Like,
2 months maybe now.
yeah, like 2 months, and I couldn't come to church. Like, my sisters would tell me, like, Gladys would tell me, she's like, let's go to church. It'll be good for you. Let's go. And, like, I couldn't. Like, I would see a Bible or something and I'd be mad. Like, it would just remind me again of, like, my mom. And then, I'm really gonna cry again. Look. And then, I was telling everyone, I was like, there's nothing you guys could say that's gonna make me want to go to this retreat. I was like, I'm not going to the retreat. Like, how am I supposed to go to a retreat and thank God when I'm so angry at him? Like, I can't go and say thank you for like this, for this, when like I'm mad and right. I was pissed. And then I started thinking, I was like, well, maybe I should go. I was like, I need a connection again with God. I need to reconnect. So when we went on Saturday, cuando estaba predicando la pastora Rivas, profeta, sorry, profeta. It's the same
Yeah.
thing, but I'm just kidding. She's a very beautiful woman. That sometimes scares me.
It's okay. Everyone in Arizona is good too.
And when she was preaching, like when we were up there, I started like praying. I was like, okay, I need an answer from God. why did you do this to us? Why did you leave my whole family in pain, like from taking my mom? Like, why did you do this to us? Right? Because I kept questioning him. A Dios no se le cuestiona, right? So I kept questioning him. I was like, why would you do this? Why did you do this? And he finally answered. He was like, your mom had fulfilled her purpose here on earth with you guys, and I needed her up there with me. So, like, as soon as I heard that, I started bawling my eyes out. Like, I had finally gotten the answer that I had been asking him for months already, for weeks. I was like, why did you do this to us? Why? Like, it's the only thing I would pray for. The only thing. Because I didn't have that connection with God anymore.
Did you feel like a weight lifted off, like once you got the answer you were looking for?
I did.
This,
It was,
when you said that in the van, it was powerful because me and my dad kind of had a similar conversation like that. We were outside, and I told him, uh, maybe she fulfilled her purpose already. Because if it wasn't for her, you guys probably wouldn't be in church. Because your mom was the only one that would come, and uh, at one point she brought the whole family. I remember it was a kid service, and we had a whole aisle just for you guys.
she dragged all of us here for a kid service. That one kid service is what started everything.
So that's really powerful to hear that your purpose was fulfilled, and we see it because now you guys are coming to church. You guys know uh, who God is, what God does, and I'm glad you got your answer in the youth retreat because if you don't go with the expectation of receiving something, you're never gonna come out different. And you took that, how can you say it, that step of faith of asking God your question, and He answered you. So I'm really glad that that weight was lifted off of you. And you have a similar testimony as well, right? So let's hear your part of the testimony. You could go last.
So, as Pastor already mentioned, originally I wasn't gonna go to the retreat either. And whenever she passed away, my grandma, whenever she passed away, something just shut off in me. Like I was hurt, I was mad, I was upset, And the first thing that came to my mind was, what did I say? Why would you take her away? Like, why would you leave all of us in this pain?
It's okay, we have time.
And so, like, I wasn't gonna go. I just completely shut off. I remember my parents would ask me, they're like, "Why aren't you gonna go? Like, you should go. It'd be good for you. Like, just go." And I'd always tell them no. And I remember this one night, like, me and my mom went to a different room, and she asked me, she was like, "Why aren't you gonna go?" And like, I didn't know how to tell her because like my mom's like so strong in church, like she participates in some ministries, and I just didn't know how to tell her that I didn't feel connected to God, that I couldn't be in church. Like I just didn't want to be in church and be with God at the moment. I didn't know how to tell her. So I remember we were just there, and I was like crying because I didn't know how to tell her, and I didn't end up telling her. We just left it at that and went to bed. And I thought about it all night. I was like, why am I not going? I should go, but something was holding me back. And I was like, no, like I'm not going. And I remember it was Sunday before the retreat, like Sunday before Jose was like, just go, it'll be fun. Like, and it'll be fun. Like, we'll have fun or whatever. And I went into the truck. We were gonna go home already, and like something changed my mind. I was like, I'll just go. I'm gonna take it as a vacation. Yes, I'm gonna receive, but I'm gonna take it as a vacation. Like, I'm just gonna get away from things like this.
Yeah, this. Yeah, that's when you like go crazy or something to like get your mind out of the gutter, I guess. Or I
Yeah,
don't know, like get your mind off of things. Yeah, get your mind
yeah,
off of
like
things.
get my mind off things. I don't know. I was just really upset. I feel like the retiro did me really with other people, and I feel like that weight also lifted from me sharing what.
That's what she has to say.
That's what I had to say.
And you know it, you got like an extra retreat because we dragged. It was all a joke.
Oh.
But but first, let's talk about Saturday night. Oh no. Sunday. Sunday morning. I think it was Sunday morning. Yeah, it was Sunday morning. Because I was an usher, and I saw the Profeta Alva going to our side of the of church. You know how we were in circles. So I went over there to usher, and she was saying stuff so accurately about Noé that I know because I grew up with Noé, and it was crazy. And I just saw Noé like tear down, and I know some words that she said touched her heart because they were all accurate. Like I know Noé, I know what he's been through, and they were just all accurate. So let's talk about that first.
Well, started. Well, it's about my dad. Um, I stopped talking to my dad like a couple months ago for some personal reasons. And Josue knows how my dad is. But yeah, I stopped talking to him, and I didn't talk to him until like a couple days ago. And in one of the conferences when Misa was ministering, yeah, he went up to me and he prayed for me, and he told me that he saw a message that said, "I miss you," and well, that touched my heart because I knew who he was talking about. And then Sunday morning, the pastora, she went and prayed for me again, and she told me that I need to fix that relationship with my dad, and that's what really broke me down.
That's crazy. I didn't know about the I miss you thing. I just
Yeah.
knew about the Pastor Alva. And what when you got back, what changed in your mind with what you received in the youth retreat?
Uh, well, all the anger that I had in me, like when Misa said that we're a sensitive generation and we let our emotions drive us to make bad decisions. I really felt that because I've done some stupid things while I was mad, and I feel like when I talked to my dad again, I felt all that anger leave me. I felt all that resentment leave me. Yeah.
That's good. Oh, oh Lord. And what is one word that you received in the youth retreat that you would like to share with the other youth that are watching?
Uh, it wasn't during the retreat. It was already. We finished the retreat.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that too. Let's talk about that too. I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. So we were in the van waiting for our because we have our youth leader, which is Ramiro, and then he has a helper, which is our other youth leader, Mana Jessica, and we were all waiting for her in the van. We were just talking, and uh, she was taking probably like a good hour that she was just talking
Yeah.
to the pastora, and they took Noé. They were like, "Hey, Noé, the pastora wants to talk to you," but it was all a joke. She didn't even know Noé was in the picture.
Yeah.
So Noé went outside, and then I heard Noé yelling.
They jumped me, guys. They jumped me.
So I got out of the van and was like trying to see what was going on, and they picked up Noé from the hands, from the legs, and they were just dragging him through the parking lot, and Noé was just screaming.
It's scary.
Noé was screaming, and then they took him into the kitchen or the dining area of the church in Arizona. And the pastora didn't even know what was going on. She was like, "What's going on?"
They just dropped me there. She looked at me all dumb.
And we were playing around. We were like, "Noel needs deliverance." Like, I don't know, because he was bullying Cami, playing around and something like that. And we were saying Noel needs deliverance, and Mana Jessica thought we were for reals, I guess, or I don't know. But she got up and she made Noel sit down on the chair. And then the pastora was already standing up, and then I knew she took it serious too when she sat down too.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, you're in trouble. Yeah, we were already leaving. We were waiting for that time where we were leaving, and we spent like another hour there.
Yeah.
Cause no way. Just kidding. So what did you receive off of that?
Well, she told me that I'm a valuable teen to Jesus. I really opened my eyes to get closer to Him, because I know I have something deep inside of me that can help His church, and told me that I need to do things right with Jesus, so I won't follow in my dad's footsteps. Yeah.
She how can you say it? Regañó también a Daisy.
Oh yeah, nos regañó. Nos
Yeah, she
regañó.
was like, why would you choose this guy? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But Noe got that extra retreat time. You got an extra like an hour and a half of retreat
I
time.
got OT.
OT overtime of retreat time. And it was all just a game at first, but at the end, we all received a word from it because we were all standing around Noe and she was like talking to everyone. She was like, it was like a mini preaching session for just New Mexico. I know.
All of us were like, no, that's okay, that's okay.
We were trying to see who else we would sit down.
I know. We
Yeah,
wanted
but
to
that
sit
was-
down. What's his name?
That is
No.
a guy or a girl? Oh, Miguel. Yeah, Miguel.
We wanted to sit
Yeah.
down with Miguel, but he
Miguel,
didn't want to sit down.
So, what was the word that you said that you received that you would want to share?
I already shared it.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were just adding on to what you learned over there.
Oh no.
No, but it's okay. It's good. It's good. It's
guess.
acceptable. So, what did you receive at AC from this youth retreat that you want to share with the other youth?
Well, first off, I got my connection to God back. Like, I'm reconnected to Him. I'm good now. Well, not good, right? But we're getting
Better,
there. We're getting
yeah.
there. So, if you guys feel disconnected from God, like, completely, and there's a retreat or something, go to the retreat. It really helps. It really does help. Like, especially after all we went through, like, the retreat really helped.
And your sisters went too, but to a women's retreat, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that helped
And
them as well.
then, well, Angelica was telling me, because she was like, I'm glad that you went after everything happened, because it opened up your eyes more.
Yeah.
She told me that, like, they went to the retreat before, and then everything else happened. So, like, instead of them growing, like, they went back down.
Yeah.
So,
I'm-
the retreat, the
yeah.
women's retreat, helped them a lot too.
Because I did see it. Well, we did see a change in the woman when they came back. Even though all this happened, we see that they were strong enough to go through it. Because most
Yeah.
people don't come back to church. Most people forget about God when that stuff happens. But they kept coming to church. You guys always had a peace in your guys' hearts. When we would talk to you guys, it was like if nothing happened, but because God's peace was already in you guys, even though you guys at some point didn't feel connected to Him, God always gave you that peace. So I'm glad that your sisters went to the women's retreat and that you guys went to the youth retreat. No, yeah, you can go next year too.
You can
Just
go
kidding.
next year again.
So, what word did you receive that you would want to share with the other youth?
I'd say that if you need to get closer to God, or you're feeling down or going through things, I say get closer to God. Start going to church. Go to retreat. And don't let emotions don't let emotions get a hold of you and tie you down.
Man, good job. She's really quiet, so this was really long for her to say. Well, in camera, she's really quiet. Yeah, on camera and in front of people during testimonials. She turned around. She gave her whole back to the people. It's like if she was speaking to her mother, Jessica. Well, thank you guys for your time. Your second time, because Noah didn't tell you guys it was a time change. They came here like in the morning, and Noah was.
You didn't even get the message that
She
we're doing
came. She came here early in the morning. She was still in bed. but
Noise fault.
but I'm glad this happened, and thank you guys for your guys' time, for giving your guys' testimony. I know it was hard, but I know it's a blessing for someone else's life that is going through that right now. And Noe, your testimony was good too. Just kidding. Yeah, thank you for dragging both of them to the retreat. So thank you for your testimony. No, I was just kidding. It was good. Thank you for your testimony. Thank you for your testimony. And thank you guys for listening. We'll be back with more episodes. If you guys are not following us in social media, go ahead and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and we will have all the content there. We have new podcasts every Wednesday on all podcast platforms. So we'll be back with more episodes. Thank you guys. Bye.